that we know. Sino nagsabi nito? Walang mag-google, ha? O mag-yahoo, ha? Wala, ha? Honesty system, ha? Miss Cherry, di ba? As the leader does, so the followers, ha? You're, by example, walang mag-google dyan, okay? This is my question. Carelle, can you guess? Tingnan natin, ha? Who said this? If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. Who said this? Quiet. Quiet. A. Jesse Jackson. B. Michael Jackson. C. Phil Jackson. D. Janet Jackson. Who said this? If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. Okay? A. Jesse Jackson. Sumagot na, row 6. Okay? Row 6, yan po yung mga kasama natin dito sa studio. Dati nasa row 1 yan, di ba? But every time you make a mistake, di ba, you go back 1 row. Pag malaking mistake, 3 rows, di ba? Pag maganda ang sagot, up 3 rows. But ngayon, nasa row 6 sila. So, A, Jesse Jackson. Text us your answers, please. Those who are watching and listening. B, Michael Jackson. C, Phil Jackson. D, Janet Jackson. Okay, sino? Okay, ba? Sabi ng row 4, it is C, Phil Jackson. Ano ang tama? I will tell you in a while. Kailangan hintayin natin yung mga tumatawag at nagte-text, di ba? 355-5535, or you can text us at, what is our number? If I can recall, it is on screen, 0919-204-5640. Okay? Mag-text na. O i-post nyo sa aming Facebook page. Yes, Carelle, let's go back to Irene.
Actually, nakakatawa kasi during the break, naayos na.
Okay, ano nangyari? Kwento mo naman. Okay.
Kasi nung pag-break natin, sabi ni Irene, actually, Miss Carelle, ano talaga, meron naman times na okay naman ako.
Okay.
Kailan okay yon? Maybe you could share, Irene. Kailan naman okay?
So, quick background sa mga nakikinig ngayon pa lang o kaka-tune in pa lang. Si Irene, kasama natin sa Magbago Tayo, is our subject and patient for the day. So, ninenervous siya kapag tinatawag siya. May stage fright siya. And then, upon the probing, nakita ni Carelle na natuklasan natin lahat na it may be part of the, or it may be because before when she joined the declamation contest, 5 sila, naging 3rd place siya. So, feeling niya, baka pang 3rd lang ako. I will not turn out to be the best, di ba? And then something happened during the break.
Yeah, maybe I'm not good enough. Although, sabi niya, usually daw kapag ka,
yun po. Actually po, sir, di ba nung college po ako, nagsasayaw ako, sir.
Right.
Opo.
And she's an excellent dancer. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Nakita ko nung sumayaw na may 5 kandila sa katawan. Oh, di ba? O tapos?
Yan, sir. Every time po na magpa-perform kami, sa stage, yun, sir. Kinakabahan din ako, sir. Sinabi ko kay Miss Carelle na ninenervous din po ako. Pero tinanong niya kung ano bang resulta. Kung okay ba or nagkamali ba ako. Sinabi ko na hindi naman. Okay naman po yung performance ko.
at saka masaya ka sa performance
Masaya
mo.
naman po. At least.
So, now, I
ano na yung
asked
proseso
her,
natin, no?
very simple. Now, if I'd say this, neurolinguistics, the words that we use to define the feeling is part of the process.
Right.
So, I asked her,
Ang ginagamit natin salita, di ba? Pag pinag-uusapan natin yung karanasan, ay kasama yan sa proseso. So, ano yung salita?
so, ang salita ginagamit niya ay ninenervous ako.
Ninenervous ako.
So, bakit? Kasi nararamdaman niya sa dibdib niya, mabilis yung tibok, nalalamig yung kamay niya. Ngayon, ang sabi ko sa kanya, di ba pag excited ka, ganun din ang pakiramdam? Pag excited, ano pakiramdam?
Ninenervous ka.
Gumagano yung dibdib, nalalamig ka rin.
So, imbis na nervyos, excited.
Sabi ko, hindi kaya excited ka? Bigla natawa siya. Pwede nga po.
Oo nga, ano.
What have you defined it
Actually,
with?
siya nag-request kung pwede siyang i-guess dito eh. Now, I am, excited. Hindi siya ninenervyos.
So sometimes, we define ourselves as, ninenervous ako. Sabi ko sa kanya pa, one more thing that I said, which is affecting her belief or her process is,
Oo.
pagiging nervous is actually good
Oo nga.
because it makes you prepare.
Pag hindi ka na kanina nervous, tsaka nervous yan, di ba? We say that here.
We say
Start
that
getting nervous when you're no longer nervous.
Exactly. So, what is it? When I start getting nervous, I say to myself that belief na, ba't ba ako ninenervyos? Like you said kanina, pag hindi ko kilala yung tao, natatakot ako. Pero pag kilala ko, okay naman ako. So, itong mga taong to, bakit ako natatakot? Kasi hindi nila ako kilala? Kasi baka ko ano sabihin nila sa akin? Right? Now, pwedeng excited ako na maganda ang sasabihin nila sa akin later. Pwedeng nervous lang ako kasi hindi ko pa naririnig yung laughter or applause nila. Pero pagka gusto mo yung crowd, sabi niya pag gusto ko yung crowd, ano yung gusto mo yung crowd? Palakpak.
Oo.
Pag
So,
na-appreciate po nila
Pag
yung
na-appreciate nila.
Exactly. So, pwede mong gawin, if you're about to go on stage, you can even think and say to yourself, imagine, when your eyes are closed, the mind is more powerful, sabi ni Anthony kanina. Close your eyes and imagine them all clapping, all
Right.
applauding.
Envision. So use the power of vision.
Exactly. To change the process
Isipin mo na.
of the way you think. And then,
Positive outcome.
what if you state to yourself, nervous or excited?
Okay. Nervous or excited?
Yeah.
In fear or passionate?
Exactly.
Diba? Mga ganon.
Exactly.
Diba?
So, a lot of these things can be changed through that. Now, for the caller or the texter a while ago, si John, maybe it's a different
Close na
thing.
kayo ni John.
Si John,
Happy
oo
na
eh.
si John.
I know.
John,
Baka-
5 beses na. Diba?
Nabanggit.
Carelle has named you at least 5 times already.
Oo eh. Because if you think about, hindi ko kasi alam kung ano yung problema eh.
Oo.
Or concern. Some things can be changed by just a reframe.
Right. Ni-reframe mo lang from
Reframe
nervous
mo
to
lang.
excitement.
Or, really an intense process.
Yun.
Pwedeng mas intensive process. Like, for example, yun yung nervousness, and I would not just reframe Irene. I'll do something else. What I'll do for Irene is I'll make her remember, if you can right now, remember the times na sobrang ganda ng performance mo.
Alam mo ba na naging best speaker yan dun sa isang batch namin ng knockout presentation skills? She won the first
There you
place. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
There
Diba?
you go.
So, amazing, no?
Exactly.
Interesting. You have to remember more of that.
Exactly.
Bakit ka ba pumupunta pa rin sa college mo o sa high school mo when in the past year you already had this positive experience? Kasi mas nire-replay niya yung dati.
Exactly.
Di ba? Mas
Exactly.
paulit-ulit yon. Naging frame niya yon.
Yes.
So, kailangan ka mag-reframe, kapatid.
So if you do that, and I make you
Diba?
think of that moment, if you just think about it really, as if you were in that moment right now, na nagtotalk ka, nanalo ka ng award, how were you standing? How are you breathing?
Iba yan. The next day nga na humingi na ng raise yan eh. Oo, di ba? May
Pala
nakagad ng
no?
promotion eh.
Confidence agad, eh, no? So, pag pinag-isipan mo, ano yung physiology mo when you're doing something good? Start imbibing that physiology and see how that affects the way you think. So, if you're excited, whew, rock and roll, let's do this. Yeah, kaya ko to. Nag-iiba physiology mo, nag-iiba actions mo.
So, Irene, did you learn something today?
Yes, sir. Opo.
Diba? I mean, if you were to say, anong isa sa mga natutunan mo ngayon? I mean, I'm sure there are a few. I'm learning a lot already. Pero, ano nag-strike sa'yo sa kwento ni ano?
Yung identification between nervousness, sir, and yung excitement.
Pwede bang kunan ko yun ng picture?
Yes, sir.
I have to
Sige.
capture this moment eh, okay? Sorry ha,
Sige,
kinukunan ko
remember.
kasi real time to. So, pwede ba mag-thumbs up ka or something? Any sign that
Yun,
you...
sir.
Hindi,
Nervous
thumbs up or
ka
something. Yan. Okay, so this is a moment from nervousness to excitement. So, ikaw rin, Monfeljan, pag pauwi ka na, huwag kang nenervyusin. Huwag kang matatakot, di ba?
Correct.
Na parang anong sasabihin ng misis mo? Anong sasabihin ng mga bata, di ba? Ganito na, ma-excite ka. Di ba? Ma-excite ka.
Pag-usapan din natin yung mga babaero. Sige ha.
Nako! Di ba?
Okay. Pag
Reframe!
Pag sinabi ng isang taong, babaero kasi ako eh.
Okay.
So that's the word. Yun yung linguistics
Babaero kasi
niya.
ako, okay.
Babaero ako eh. Or, talagang ganyan ako eh. Now, if you change your phrasing, try to change it. And say, hindi ko pa kasi alam paano maging faithful.
Okay.
You know, you remember this statement when we say that a problem well stated is a problem half solved?
Okay. Ulitin natin, ha? A problem well stated is a problem half
Half solved.
solved.
So,
Diba?
pag sinabi mong babaero kasi ako, mali ang pag-state mo ng problema mo. Mali yung linguistics mo sa problema mo.
Parang nga yung sinabi ko kanina na nawawala tayo. Hindi tayo nawawala, nasa Baguio tayo.
Exactly, that's a wonderful reframe.
Di ba? Reframe mo lang. Lumaki lang yung mundo mo, di ba? Kasi nag-hiking sila eh.
Exactly.
Doon sa John Hay.
Exactly.
Ako, sir, sabi nung bata, teacher, nawawala tayo. Relax ka lang, anak. Nasa Baguio tayo.
Exactly. Exactly. Or, where are we? We're still on Earth.
Oo,
Diba?
nasa mundo. I-google lang natin. Oh, walang nang Google ha. Baka may nang Google dyan ha. Ginu-Google Earth nyo na ha.
That's why itong NLP, it started with Dr. John Grinder, who's a linguist.
Right.
And he studied the words of Virginia Satir, who's a family therapist.
Okay.
And what they found out was, itong babaeng to, pag kinausap ka, maya-maya, parang wala ka ng problema. So, questioning pa lang niya, which are a bunch of reframes, nawawala agad ang problema.
Right.
Because even in the way, ito yung Anthony, yung sinasabi natin, napaka-powerful natin as communicators. Pag may sinabi kang bagay, pwede ka makapagbago ng isang tao. So, sa pakikipag-usap ko kay Irene, pwedeng one sentence lang was able to reframe
Yun
her.
nga, nakita ko na yung pagbabago. Palakpakan naman natin si Carelle and si Irene for that on the air, on the spot counseling, diba? Session na may pray over pa over the break, diba?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna go for a quick break. But I wanna ask that question again. So, naghihintay po tayo ng caller, diba? Sa 92, naku talaga, diba? Hindi ko ma-ref. Yun, 0919-204-5640. Dadagdagan pa natin ang Timex clock. Okay. Yun lang yung tanong na yun. So, it's a version of what the mind conceives, the body achieves. Pero, sino mismo nagsabi nito? If my mind can conceive it, and my heart can believe it, I know I can achieve it. So, A, Jesse Jackson. B, Michael Jackson. C, Phil Jackson. D, Janet Jackson. So, itawag na ang sagot. We will announce the winner after this break and have a few more minutes with Carelle on NLP. Boy for 7 years since birth. Oh, Carelle. Till I was 7 years old, caused my stage fright na kami man ng flag ceremony. Ayaw ko, nahiya ako. So, Ave, if my being a boy because my father wanted a son. So I guess she's a girl and for 7 years she was dressed up as a boy.
Yes.
So nagkaroon siya ng identity crisis.
Pwede.
Ngayon nagkakaroon siya ng fright. So what can you suggest
You
to
know
our
what?
friend caller? Oh.
Because what we did today is quite simple, very simple. When it is as deep as, there are some wounds that are very deep actually. So what we have is have some of these people go to our office for, sessions. NLP patterns kasi could be applied to people with deeper wounds.
Right.
So, although siguro as an
Sige, mismo
advice.
kausapin mo si Ave. Oo.
Kunyari si Abby ang kausap ko, talking about that experience, remember, yung ginawa na yon ng tatay mo probably gave you pain. So sometimes that pain or that reason for you to think na I'm not good enough, that's the thing that caused you to have stage fright. I wouldn't know. You're not here to talk about it in greater detail. Mas maganda kung mas alam ko. Although, maari nating magawa is to understand. Kasi minsan awareness Ba't niya ginawa yun? Kasi nga, probably gusto niya ng anak na lalaki. Where's your father coming from? And whatever it is that is imposed on you by people or by society, hindi necessarily magiging ito ang tatanggapin mong pagkatao mo. Kunyari, people made you feel bad about yourself. Hindi ibig sabihin na people made you feel bad about yourself, then you should feel bad about yourself. You can say, ito yung ginawa sa akin kasi ito lang yung alam nilang gawin sa akin nun And now, what can I do? Understanding na ang value ko ay pagiging tao, that I can actually stand up and replenish and give myself positive things, positive experiences. Ang mga taong kulang or hungkag yung experience nila of good things while they're young, yung experience sobrang wala ng positivity, nagiging process nila a lot of pain. And then you say to me, so what can I do now? What you can try to do is never too late, You can start now.
Yeah.
You can start filling yourself with something that's right
Pundasyon.
and positive.
Fill. Yung
right
sinabing
now.
salita ni Carelle, fill. Then, rebuild the foundation.
Exactly.
Diba? Rebuild the foundation.
Understand na kung ito yung pundasyon na binigay sa'yo, hindi yan necessarily yung totoong pundasyon.
Kaya nga may renovation, di ba?
Oo.
Kaya may remodeling
Correct.
Di ba?
Correct.
No, seriously, you have to look at it as a house being built. Sometimes the foundation is affected, then you have to strengthen the foundation. Kung minsan hindi naman yung pundasyon, di ba? It could be the
Externals
posts,
lang.
di ba? It could be the walls. Then we deal with the problem as it is. I want to just mention a few. Marami po sumubok na sumagot. Okay, may Michael Jackson dito, Jesse Jackson, Phil Jackson. We cannot name all the people who called. Okay, somebody from Bulacan, Phil Jackson. I will tell you the answer in a few minutes. Okay, so all those who tried to answer the question, thank you very much. Yung, if I can believe it, I can achieve it. Okay, just quick statements here. Carelle, quick answers. We don't